We are alive. So
we're live.
Stop saying that crazy shit.
Dude, I was just making sure my computer is plugged in. Didn't want it to just die on us in the middle of nowhere.
That would suck.
So what the hell's going on, man? How's Thanksgiving?
My Thanksgiving was amazing. I ate all the things.
All the things. So what did you eat on Thanksgiving?
Actually, the way we did it, I had a huge turkey, like locally farm-raised turkey, but cooked it full stuffing with butter under the skin and everything like that. Mashed potatoes, sweet potato casserole, green bean casserole, and we don't do a bread stuffing. We do kind of like a roasted vegetable stuffing.
Really?
Some cranberry sauce, and my wife made little pumpkin pie cupcakes, basically.
We actually flipped the script, went to Del Frisco's, got steak.
Nice.
So it was great because they messed up on my daughter's order. So I had an extra steak. It was fantastic. So I got extra meat, but that's the thing. And I did a video on this. Like when it comes to Thanksgiving or any meal, as long as you make protein the backbone of what you eat, you'll be fine. Mm-hmm. Like you cannot if you just eat until you feel eat until you feel kind of full, right, and then throw in the bullshit, you'll be in a good place.
Absolutely. We tell our clients all the time, like, first of all, on any given holiday, just if you're worried, because a lot of my clients worry about they're going to eat something that's then going to cause them to eat other things, at a higher portion. Like they'll start eating the pie and they can't stop eating the pie. Well, fill up mostly on turkey first, like that. Absolutely do that. And then move on to the other things. I think it's a mistake that people will pack their own Tupperware to a family dinner and stuff like that for Thanksgiving.
I think it's, unless you're literally contest prepping.
Yeah.
That's an eating disorder meant to happen. That absolutely is just dumb. I'm sorry, that's dumb. And there's always something you can eat. I've been to stupid meals sometimes, except if your friends are Italian. At my son's football banquet, all they had was pasta. No protein, zero protein. I'm like, all right. So I went out to the car and got my meal. So I looked like that guy.
Yeah,
I'm that guy. But there was nothing but pasta. I'm like, there's got to be some protein in here, right? But no, they cheaped out. It was a little bit of meat in the pasta. There's really nothing you could do. Right. But as far as everything goes, it's if you center the meal around protein, there's really no reason why you'll have any issue because you're satiated. You have plenty of food. You cut off all. The thing is, protein is a lot of what the hunger signaling issues are. Mm-hmm. When you lack protein, your hunger signaling is all fucked up. When your protein is accounted for, when you get adequate protein, you're fine.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
But yeah. So I was fine. I would be fine either way because I don't have that big of an appetite. But a lot of people get triggered by food. So if I eat this, I'll eat that. If I eat this, I'll eat that. And again, a lot has to do with insulin, blood sugar.
Oh, yeah.
And of course, people who don't take no morbidity or nutrient driver before their meal, they have issues.
You're actually speaking about that right here. I'm actually getting ready to take my. I'm testing our second product, and I'm taking the ingredients for it right now. As a matter of fact,
that's hilarious. But anyway, oh, by the way, I have to mention the Black Friday sale at Tiger Fitness is still going on. If you like Ambrosia products or any other products, it's 25% off top 25 brands, which includes Ambrosia. $75, you get a free shirt. Nobody cares, work harder shirt. $99 free shipping, $149 free gym bag. So a lot of cool shit going on there. It's pretty awesome.
And if you're looking for the link to Nutrient Driver, the thing I just showed, I just shared the link for you guys.
Yeah, dude. So let's say you fucked up. You ate everything. You ate everything. You ate everything in the house, everything in the pantry. You ate the turkey. You ate the stuffing. You even ate that shit that comes in the bag on the inside of the turkey, the gizzards.
Oh, yeah.
You ate everything. You ate all the pumpkin pie, the cheesecake, all that stuff. What do you do? Okay, it's the day after Friday. You feel like shit. You're bloated. You're holding water. Your feet are swollen. What do you do?
We tell everybody to make sure you have your next day's meal planned out. Start your day with heavy protein and healthy fats. Steak and eggs is always a good way to start it. If you got leftover turkey with eggs. I know it sounds fucked up, but I plan on having some here.
How's that fucked up? That is a everyday meal at First Watch.
Yeah,
perfect meal.
But, start your day off immediately, drink a good 30 to 40 ounces of fluid and make sure you, because you want to get it rehydrated because chances are you actually ingested more food than you did hydration the day before. You're probably a little dehydrated, especially if you had any alcohol, which a lot of people really do.
I forgot about that. That's true.
Yeah. So make sure you have your meal planned out.
Hydration.
Yeah. Make sure you have make sure you have it planned out, Go ahead. I'm sorry. Our ADHD was clashing.
I didn't think about hydration. I always think that people like, I assume because I'm like always drinking stuff, like right here, I have an energy drink and like water. It's like, I never think about hydration. I never think about that. And also the sodium you took in, because I guarantee you grandma puts a lot of sodium in her gravy.
Oh yeah. Fuck yeah.
I mean, dude, all the sodium you take in, I mean, you need water to balance that out. Like water and sodium. A lot of people think you need to cut your sodium. No, you just drink more water.
Yep.
That's how that shit works.
A lot of people eat their thirst, like, I mean, there's to a great degree, people are radically dehydrated in America, especially when you tell people like, I mean, I think it's probably different for your clients and my clients. We'll tell people to take in, a half ounce or an ounce of fluid like total fluid, not just water, but total fluid per pound of body mass. And they look at me like I'm crazy. They're like, I weigh 300 pounds. Like, are you worried it's going to ruin your appetite? What the fuck? Like, I mean, as long as you salt your food, Tajay, hang on a second. Tajay, like I said, that the book is going to be sent out later on today to everybody that's on the app. So it'll be sent out later on today to everybody. We wanted to get it started first, and then we're going to be doing a group message to everybody. Okay. So give me about 2 hours. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, we're releasing our second book, Beyond Willpower, the Hunger Management Method, today, actually. So that
is fantastic. What a great Black Friday!
Yeah, hell yeah, man! Everything's good. Everything's really, really good. We're selling out of No Morbidity at both locations. So
well, yeah, that's a good thing. And we're having record. I mean, our people are. It's crazy. I don't know how we've got thousands of orders, and I have no idea how our crew does it. But we're getting things out literally within 60 minutes of people ordering it. I have no idea.
Nobody does service like you guys. It's
dude. I think it's the cocaine. We give them unlimited amounts of cocaine.
That's a good.
We just have lines. We just have lines on their shipping station, and they just snort lines between boxes. They snort and they go. They snort and they go. And they're boxing things up. You got to go there during like a crazy busy day, like a Black Friday or some kind of a holiday. It's fucking insane. There's people running around, carts all over the place, people whizzing by you on fucking Razor scooters. You got people boxing things. It's crazy. It's nuts. Music's pumping. Like, it's a good time.
I'd imagine the snort. Somebody's going to collect the sound clip for the snort and go. Like somebody's got that shit already downloaded.
We snort a lot of coke. I mean, that's what we do. We snort a lot of coke. Not even mad at that. But so my opinion. So I actually have a thing called when you have a free meal. I like a lot of people. A lot of my lifestyle clients have a free meal a week. I don't use the word cheat meal. Mm-hmm. I hate the word cheat meal. Cheating has negative connotation. Cheating on your taxes, which I think is a great thing if you get away with it, but I can't, so I don't. If the IRS is listening, cheating on your wife, cheating in sports, cheating. Cheating's a bad word. If you allow yourself a cheat meal a week, that's like allowing myself a hall pass to go have sex with Carrie Underwood. You know what I mean? Which I would never do. Carrie Underwood does live in my town. That's weird. I've always made these jokes, like, and she was always the brunt of it. Like, dude, now if Carrie Underwood, and it turns out like she lives like right over there. Good news. Well, good news for her is that she already has a restraining order on me, so I think we're all safe.
Yeah, that's good. It's good.
But so I have a thing called Keep It 3, Keep It Free, where I call it a free meal. I don't call it a cheat meal, because cheat, again, like, hey, I had my cheat meal today. I had my cheat day. Like, bodybuilders are so fucking stupid. It's like, dude, did you plan it? Yeah. Then that's just controlled overfeeding, you dumbass. Yeah. So it's a free meal. So Keep It 3, Keep It Free means you go to a restaurant. Okay. Let's say you go to Applebee's or wherever you white people eat. Okay. So you go to the Applebee's and you go like, okay, you have an appetizer. That's number one. Then you have an entree, but you order a normal entree. You don't order like I order in a restaurant. I would like this with no butter, and I'd like to substitute the rice pilaf with a dry baked potato. No, don't do that. Just say, hey, I want the fucking rigatoni, man. I want the rigatoni. Yeah. And the 3 would be dessert. So you have appetizer, entree, dessert. Keep it free, keep it 3. Mm-hmm. And I wrote that shit back in like 2007, and I still use it. I still send it to all my clients. It's actually built into a lot of the programs I send out to people. Now, if you do overeat, I always say this: the worst thing you could do, not from a physiological standpoint, but from a psychological standpoint, is to fast or deprive yourself the day after an overfeeding or an unplanned cheat event. Mm-hmm. And here's why: it's kind of like a punishment for a treat. You know, it's like you did something and now you're getting punished. You know what I mean? You had a little bit of fun. Now you're getting punished. And that's just not a good way to live your life. So what do you do the next day? Exactly what the fuck you were going to do if there wasn't a cheat the day before. You wake up, you go through your routine. You have your meal 1, you have your meal 2, however you do your meals, whether it's breakfast, lunch, and dinner, meal 1, meal 2, meal 3, but you don't do the whole like binging and then fucking boom, I'm just going to just starve myself. Right. And also like, think about it. I'm not going to get all sciencey on these people. I'm not going to go into de novo lipogenesis. I'm not going to go into all that shit. What I'm going to go into is you just ate a bunch of food. You just, and you could have an intrinsic transient spike in your thyroid hormones and your leptin and your ghrelin, all that shit just fired a little bit, right? It's a little fire. Why would you not take advantage of being able to eat at maintenance calories and lose weight the next day and starve yourself and totally fuck up what you just did to your leptin, ghrelin, and all the other cool Ellens?
The thing that we do
science, motherfucker.
Science, bitches. We do something really similar. We talk like make sure that you have like once we get control of the eating, and especially for a lot of people, we can stop their binging. Then we work them into a planned out pleasure meal for a week. Like you should. The problem is when a lot of people diet, like they rob themselves of all joy, and then it's not a lifestyle. Like they can't live like that forever, right? Yeah. So make sure once a week you're having something just for pleasure. Like absolutely, if you have a holiday, that way you're also holidays aren't fucking crazy. Like people stress about. What do I eat on Thanksgiving? All the shit, dude. Like, I mean, it's a fucking Thanksgiving. You eat all the shit.
What do you eat on Thanksgiving? Everything, motherfucker. Everything. I mean, and that's why keep it free doesn't make sense on Thanksgiving because there's fucking like 12 courses. Like we went over to a friend's house. We didn't eat because we had reservations and because we don't like cleaning. That's the reason. We don't like, there's only 5 of us, like whatever. But like, you know, like, and it's like, there's no keep it 3. There's keep it free, keep it 14. And God bless them. Like, see, the thing is, and this is what we deal with a lot. Food is so social. Like a lot of what you deal with, Alan, is food is emotional. With my clients who are mostly people who not competitive. Okay, let's go into the extreme clients. The competitors, a lot of these people are really good looking young folk. And they still have the opportunity to go out and go on dates and, you know, they're trying to get laid and they're like, well, what do I do if I go out with a girl or go out with this? So food is social. So how do you deal with the social pressure of not being a scumbags packing tilapia and bringing your own fish to Red Lobster, which by the way, I did. Yeah. I've brought my own fish into Red Lobster. I've done it.
Well, right before you're competing,
that was when I was competing when I was really serious in 2010 to 2013 when I was the first pro card run, and I wouldn't eat out. Like, well, I would eat out or else my wife would have divorced me. By the way, dude, I hate to get on Twitter. Did you see the that chick with the really big fucking forehead, Angela Belcampo, tweeted that like conservative men don't know where the clitoris is?
Oh my goodness. Yes, I did see that.
Because I trolled on that and I was going to make fun of her forehead, but I've already done that before. So instead I just said, well, I actually identify as a woman. So I don't have that issue. I know, but I got to admit, I think God should have made the clitoris more evident.
I've never had a problem.
Yeah, I mean, I can find it. I don't have a problem, but like, come on, man. When you were like a teenager and you're looking for it, you're like, where'd it go? Where'd it go? Yeah, and then it runs away from you. Then you're trying to find it. You're flicking at it. You're like, where'd it go? Where's the clip? Where's the clip? Where'd you go? And you're like a dog liver. You're sniffing around. You're like, I don't know where it is. And you read in a book that you got to go for it and you're attacking it. And then you're like, where'd it go? Sorry.
I fucking love you, dude. That's so funny.
But seriously,
we're having clitoris talk, honey. This lady accused conservative men of not being able to find a clitoris.
But I always say I'm an independent. Doesn't count.
I'm independent. Yeah,
I'm an independent Filipino woman.
Yeah. I mean, somebody's like the ADHD. That's what you guys come here for, though. You guys come like because here's the thing for Thanksgiving, like after Thanksgiving, do what Marc just said. Have a normal day. Try to make sure you focus on highly satiating protein foods and fats first thing in the day. Make sure you get plenty of hydration.
And clitoris. Get clitoris. A lot of clitoris.
Don't beat yourself up over eating the day before, because you're supposed to have fucking stuff like that. When you build a negative connotation with overeating a day, and you punish yourself for it when it's a planned day, when you do that, then it's like always going to be this on and off switch. It's a fucking holiday. And then now we can talk about clitorises.
Dude, I had this delicious, because I had my birthday on Tuesday too. So I had this delicious like cake. So Del Frisco's, and the great thing is, so they messed up our order, and I wasn't a dick. I'm like, hey, just heads up. Like, and they gave us like half off. And at Del Frisco's, that's like a mortgage payment. So I was really excited about that. And I'm like, guys, and I said, I'm Jewish, but I'm not trying to do a Jew move here. But I just want you to know that, like, this is what happened. Like, no, we got you, bro. It was great. It was great. Not only was it a great meal, great atmosphere, good time. My kids, I don't take them to nice places because they're dicks. So, like, they've never been to a restaurant like that. Like, for us, it's like, you know, like, they consider, like, IHOP to be good fancy eating. I like how
Marc says his kids are dicks. They act exactly how me and you would have acted when we were young.
Okay, they're way better than us. Like we're actually giving a tour of Carbon today, and my daughter came with me, and she's like so polite and respectful, and my son is, but like my son's actually in that room over there. Like they just walked by, snuck by. They're like, and hopefully if they hear me, they're like, your dad's weird. So they're, you know, he's a wrestler and they talk a lot of shit. So my son he's a little bit of a sociopath, just a little bit. But yeah, so basically I think and also one more thing about overeating, and then we could probably get to questions is, if you stress about overeating, that makes it worse, because stress is literally the worst thing next to not sleeping. Right? Like stress and sleep actually is well tied into stress. So if you stress yourself out and have regret or have any kind of negative, negative thought about what you did the day before, that's going to make you store more fat. That's going to make your body burn less calories, and that's going to just make your life suck. So to mitigate stress and to mitigate all those issues, just relax and realize it's part of the process, part of being human. Food is social, okay? Now, again, Thanksgiving's once a year. Now, I'm not saying go out and purposely just eat like I always say eat like an asshole, but don't purposely like for sport do it. But like, just sometimes it's good to just be with family and not give a shit if there's extra butter on your biscuit.
Extra butter on your biscuit. Sorry.
And butter on the biscuit.
Butter on the. We were talking about. Man, anyway.
Butter on your clitoris. Yeah.
They're about to shut this shit off, aren't they?
No. Clitoris is not in the terms of use. It's not. You're allowed to say clitoris. Remember that Eminem song? Of course, they're going to know what intercourse is by the time they hit fourth grade. They got the Discovery Channel, don't they? Remember that?
Oh yeah.
I'm Slim Shady. Yes, I'm the real Shady. Okay, sorry. I didn't want to break through the whole rap. But so real quick, I wanted to ask you a question about this. Dude, how awesome is Twitter now that Elon took over? He's letting back all the crazy people. I
absolutely fucking love it. Yeah, have you seen, apparently they're saying that there's been a huge uptick in hate speech and stuff like that. I haven't seen it.
That's us. That's me.
If anything, it's gotten much nicer.
Well, the liberals have gotten crazy. They're getting banned for threatening to. Dude, they threatened to kill Tim Pool yesterday.
I saw that. I didn't actually get a whole thing about it, but what the fuck is going on with that shit?
So let me tell you. So I've actually spent time with Tim, and I like Tim a lot. Tim, if anybody is middle of the road, clear thinking, I mean, he's just he's a slight guy. Like he's probably my height, if I remember correctly, and he's skinny. Like he's skinny now. He's a small guy with a beanie. He's definitely not that alpha gangster who's gonna like shut down the world and threaten anybody. He's a very non-threatening individual. Even in his videos, like he's not threatening. He just gives very middle of the road opinions that everybody should agree with. Like, hey, we shouldn't have naked dudes in drag dancing at elementary schools. Oh my God, it's crazy. I mean, and then, dude, you know what's the funniest thing this week is? God, I'm a mess today. The funniest thing this week, and it's not funny at all, but just the funniest, like, kind of like what the fuck moment, not funny. Funny is a bad word. I want to erase. I didn't say funny, is when they thought that shooter was like MAGA. It turns out it's a they, them.
Yeah.
That was the weirdest cell phone ever. And now you have transgender you have transgender women going on CNN. Did you see this one? They went on CNN and said, "Nah, that's not a transgender woman because I could tell." Wait a second, we're not allowed to dead name people. You can't do that. Well, these are your rules. You made the rules. If somebody says they're they them, they're they them. How do you verify they themism?
The fucked up thing is like, because dude said like dude said that the shooter is not a non-binary person because they can't present as a woman the next day. Like, and I'm looking at dude, I'm like, neither can you, dude. I don't give a fuck about the long hair. You don't present as a woman, so therefore, like, if the rules can just openly change, because here's my thing, and people, like my audience knows this. Identify however you want. That's your right. I'll do my, I'll even try. But if you don't present, I am going to call you. I am not going to lie to you. I am going to refer to you how you present. You know what I mean? Like, I've got this thing where it's literally part of my thing. It's like somebody told me it's part of my gimmick that I just try to be bluntly honest. Like, dude, that's not my gimmick. Unfortunately, sometimes that's fucking me. You know, like, I mean,
yeah.
And like, I will say, I will call you what you present as, and don't like. Me and you even talked about like Blair White. I would have a hard time calling Blair White a dude. Like, I mean, it doesn't sound right, you know. But
no, Blair White's a female, presents as a female, but even Blair White's like, I'm not like a female, right? I'm a different kind of female,
right?
You know what I mean? And that's cool. Like, I'm good with that. But when you start like, when you start really doing absurd shit, like dudes with beards saying that they're women and putting a wig on and then saying that they have, okay. Now Blair White has never claimed to menstruate.
Right.
Okay. That's a problem I have because I believe God messed up in the whole menstrual process. Like, think about it. How are you bleeding for 7 days a month and not dying? Right. Like, that means that you're Satan. Like, what the hell? Like, how do you bleed for 25% of your adult life and not die?
Yeah. Maybe it wasn't God. Maybe it was Satan.
I think females are Satan.
Maybe
and men are
Satan.
God.
Yeah. Wow.
But seriously,
we're going for it today, aren't we? So, okay.
No, but I'm dead serious. Like if I was a female, I'd be pissed off because it sucks. Like, being a female sucks. Imagine like, at any given moment you just start bleeding. Like, imagine if you had like your finger, like all of a sudden you're just going about your day, typing on your computer, your finger starts bleeding profusely, and you're like, oh my God, I forgot my finger bleeder stopper. And you're like, where do I go? So you go to the bathroom and the dispenser's out of the finger bleeder stopper. You're like, what do I do? And that's a tampon.
Yeah.
And somewhere in there, Alan, right next to that is the clitoris.
Yes, I know, right. Somewhere, right in that generalized area. I think.
Yeah, it's. I remember, bro. Here's a funny. I want to say this quiet, but like, because he's in the other. But like, so my son, I was giving him the talk, and I go like, hey, he didn't know where the vagina was, and I'm like, he's like, well, so is it straight ahead? And I'm like, no, it's like it's up and in. It's like, because you would think that it would be straight ahead, like, but no, it's like up there.
Yeah.
And that was, if you think about it, like, I remember when I was like first, I'm like, well, I didn't know it was that far back. You would think it would be more accessible.
Yeah. Like accessibility. Yeah. You would think it would. I mean, it just depends on. Yeah. I guess it depends on the angle. Like of other,
Well, I always said up and in is a soccer term, like when the keeper gets the ball. Yeah. And by the way, World Cup's on right now. That's what they're here watching. So when the keeper, like when he wants them to go in, he's going to punt the ball. He goes up and in. So I'm like, how do I explain it to a soccer player? Oh, up and in. We all knew exactly what I was talking about.
So World Cup, what do you think about people being upset that they wouldn't let the dude wear the rainbow shirt?
Dude, you're in a country that literally kills gay people.
I'm just like amazed that people don't see this shit, dude. Like, I mean,
you don't go, look, man, you don't go into a church with a Satanist costume on. You have to what was the saying? When in Rome, do as the Romans do.
Yeah. How
about have some fucking respect for their culture? I don't like their culture. I don't like the fact that they don't like gay people. Yeah. Or they discriminate. I don't like that. But again, like, you're a guest. If I'm a guest in someone's house, they say, hey, Marc, can you please refrain from cursing? I'll be like, absolutely. It's your house.
Absolutely.
You're in their fucking house. I mean, what everybody see the problem with America. I learned this from traveling for business internationally.
Mm-hmm.
Americans are such pieces of shit. Let me explain. We think that our way is the only way. We think that we're always the good guys. And that's the problem with this, what's going on in Russia right now. I sent you a text earlier. And we're not going to repeat that. But the problem is we always think no matter what that we're the good guys. Looking back, I don't think we were the good guys in Desert Storm. I don't think we were the good guys in Desert Shield. I don't think we were the good guys in Vietnam. I think we should have stayed the fuck out of it. Let them handle their own shit.
Yeah.
So the problem is, as Americans, we think LGBTQ, yay. And the rest of the world, they're not on that same page. Now, to us, that might be the norm, but that's our norm. Cultural norms differ. Like, for example, I ate a delicious steak for dinner last night. In India, they would prosecute me because cows are sacred. So who the fuck do you think you are? You go to someone's backyard where they're religiously against something and say, I'm going to do this to make a stand. He's lucky he didn't get arrested and put in prison.
Oh, yeah.
And honestly, and like that Griner thing. Now, I still think, and I got in a fight with a lot of conservatives over this, I still think she's American. We should force them to extradite her. I don't care what her political stance are. I don't care if she kneeled for the anthem. At the end of the day, you're an American. We should get you back here. Let you suffer over here, whatever. But like, bro, you got to look at the laws in other countries before you go break them.
Like, I found it amazing where I think part of this like falls in where we don't even view ourselves like a lot of the, because I got to be real. I think I'm with you. If I go to a different country, I know the fucking laws. I can guarantee you this. Crystal could probably tell you the laws of Mexico better than anybody because when we traveled there the last time, you know, like she wanted to make sure we didn't fuck nothing up. Because if you get arrested in a foreign country, when we were growing up, like if you get arrested in Mexico, it could be very bad. That
was the thing because we used to go to. So I lived in L.A. We were a 3-hour drive from TJ.
Yeah,
we used to go to. Dude, my wife and I went to Rosarito Beach during college probably 4 or 5 times. And I remember there's federales standing there with ARs in the street. You're like, oh shit. But I'm like, it's cool, man. They're the good guys. Well, they were back then before the cartels took over.
Right.
I wouldn't go there now. There's no way in hell. But it was gorgeous. You go there on a college budget, man. You could buy you could eat and do everything for like $200. You had a full vacation for like a week. Like you go there, you go on the weekend. It's a 3-hour drive. It's like going to Gatlinburg for me now. Go there, you get like, and the fish tacos were so fucking good.
Yeah.
And like we weren't 21, but the drinking age there is 2. So like you could go there and just fucking you get cervezas and you get fucking like fish tacos. It's just gorgeous. We loved it. And like you go on a horseback riding excursion for like $5.
Yeah, crazy. It's amazing.
So I knew all about Mexico. I love that shit.
But if you get arrested there,
they
throw you into a fucking hole. Like I remember when we were I had friends who would put money in their shoes because that's how they would bribe their way out of jail that way. You know what I mean? Like because if you leave it in your wallet, they take your wallet and they take the money out of your wallet. Like it was like openly known, you know. So we have this girl going to Russia, taking what is, you know, even here a lot of times, and I don't think it should be legal, but like if it's illegal, you don't have it. And you're flying internationally into a different fucking country that we don't have great relations with. Like the arrogance is fucking insane.
It's Russia. It's fucking Russia. Like, dude, especially if you're a liberal, you should know Russia, bad guy.
Yeah. Like what I don't get is how, like, I think it's because we view our borders so weakly, or at least that faction side views our borders so weakly. Like we just let people come and go. When no other countries do that. Like if you go to Canada and try to get back, if you try to get into Canada, their military is there. You know what I mean? Like it's like every other country lines their borders with their military.
We just let people walk right in.
Just let people walk right the fuck in.
And we're supposed to be a superpower.
Yeah, and I mean, you can't be we're not though. Like, I'm sorry, like, and this might upset a lot of people. America's not a superpower.
We're not. We would get in a world war, unless we had good people on our side, we would lose. I don't care what our budget is. Nobody wants to fight. Like, people in Russia, they fight for a cause. Like, you see their ads for the military. It's manly shit. I want to do it. I'm like, shit, man. I'll be like G.I. Joe. Dude, that's another thing. We were kids. We all wanted to be warriors and soldiers. He-Man, G.I. Joe, like all this shit, Captain America, Iron Man. Like, yeah, man, America, America. Now it's like, oh, gender neutral Barbie. I'm like, what the fuck have we done?
Yeah. I mean, it's a huge difference in generational gap. But another thing too is that they're just pussies. Like these people believe in their countries. If you hate America, like it dissolves it from the inside. You know, the biggest thing, like when you really look at like the erosion of what's going on with our society, it comes from a lot, but it's mostly because people just kind of very, very, very arrogantly think that like our lives are this thing. You know, our budget is imaginary. Like you were talking about the budget for the military. It's imaginary. God, yeah. We're printing money. Like it's not a real budget because they don't even have an actual budget in our government. But when you get to the point where like we're somehow going to piss off everybody in the world, like as a newsflash, if you don't view anything else besides the mainstream media, I highly suggest you watch, because even the conservative mainstream media bubbles over a lot of shit, and it really has in the last couple of years. But we are not liked. Like people begrudgingly are allies with us on the world stage.
Hate us. They hate us.
Most people hate the fuck out of us, and if we got ourselves in a very seriously compromised position, you better believe people would start like. The worst thing in the world, and like liberals, if you're listening, please listen to this. And I've always said this because even when I was considered liberal, I was a very serious Second Amendment advocate. The second that they can take our guns away from us,
we're done.
Even any further than what they are now, we're done. They're like other countries do not respect us enough, and I just don't. I can absolutely see our government being like, okay, well, we'll give up Florida. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, because they're not going to fight their fucking way out of it. And like, especially if it's problematic to whoever's in the White House at the time, like, and people think that this is weird shit, like conspiracy theorist shit, but gotta be real, dude. Like people, if we don't give a fuck about our country and people give up rights as they keep doing it, they're going to come. Like if we piss the wrong people off, nobody's going to stand in our way. Like if Russia and China, if we piss off Russia and China together and they take a stab at us, I can guarantee you that France is going to sit its fucking happy ass down. They're not going to say shit.
What is France going to do? France is useless.
Yeah.
Canada, they were useless in World War II too.
Yeah. Canada's not going to ride down on a bunch of mooses and fucking save us. It's not, I mean, like it's not happening, you know, like
look at Canada, dude. Canada's literally worse than North Korea. I'm saying that. I don't care. Dude, anybody, like, look what they've done with gun control. Look what they've done with, dude, hate speech. Like now it's literally a crime to say hate speech. And hate speech, my problem with hate speech, it's objective. Like what's hate?
What's hate speech? You know,
there is no such thing. Like there's either free speech or there's not. If you consider anything hate speech, that means you don't have free speech.
Absolutely. And that's exactly what it is. I just don't understand. Like my thing is let people say what the fuck they want to say. If we encourage truthfulness out of everybody towards everybody, it would be much easier to figure out who you're going to camp with.
And then encourage violence.
But the thing is, I just don't see that. I see a country. We were talking to our son about this because, like, my son's in his early 20s, right? And his generation, he's very like he's an independent. He thinks it's all stupid. Like, I mean, we did good,
he's right.
You know, and he's right, yeah. But like, we were talking like. Right now, the LGBT thing is the new BLM. Like people should really see that. Like it's this cycle's BLM.
It's a grift.
It's a grift. And like, I wonder who like this generation thinks made these ultra popular gay activists popular. Like they didn't just pop, like Elton John did not just become like a face for LGBT community by not being very popular with like our generation. Like fucking like Queen, like the group Queen.
Yeah.
Like everybody knew they were gay. The song YMCA is the gayest video ever. You know,
that's Village People. Yeah.
Oh, the Village People. Yeah, the Village People is like the gayest video ever. And Queen, we had all these things.
I love the Village People.
Oh, I love them too. They're fucking great. I grew up listening to their music. You know, like.
Oh yeah.
But what the fuck? You know? Yeah, exactly. And like,
it's every wedding.
Where did like acceptance was there. Like it was absolutely there. Racism, we had gotten like, I tell this to people all the time. People call me racist. I'm like, my business partners are like a black dude, a Jew, and like how am I? I'm the worst racist.
and Iranian.
Yeah.
Like I still love the joke. It's like, all right, if somebody doesn't pay us, the first thing we do is, Marc will sue you. Okay. If that doesn't work, Mike will come and beat you up. If that doesn't work, Sean will blow up your entire family.
Jesus Christ.
But we don't say that anymore.
No,
I just did. Whoops.
Yeah,
but it was a funny joke that we kind of came up with, but we got past that. Now we just go straight lawyers.
Yeah. But look at the gym events that you hold. Like the gym events you hold are just it is an amalgamation, mixing pot of everybody of every size, every gender, everything like that, and nobody gives a fuck.
No, we've had a lot of transgender folks come through. Yeah. And they have fun with us, and we love them, and we hug them, and we break bread with them. There's no. I think CT Fletcher put it the best. We're all equal under the bar.
Yeah.
That's the beautiful thing about weight training and the gym. Like even today at the gym, like I was giving somebody a tour because the front desk was really busy, and I'm like. And everybody, walking in, like everybody's dabbing me up. We're giving hugs. And I'm like, welcome to our fucking gym. It's like, it ain't like a lifetime where everybody just puts their head. No, it's a community. If you go to a gym like Carbon or Iron Addicts or Tiger Fitness or a lot of other gyms, there's many gyms. There's one in Wisconsin that's really good. I'm failing with the name right now for some reason. Madtown Fitness in Madison, which is phenomenal. Every Metroflex, you go there. Like we went to Metroflex Fort Worth, and it was like, I didn't know anybody there. Yeah, you would guess that I go to train every day because everybody's friendly, everybody's nice. Right. And you're looking at, I'm with Chris and Prince, two black guys, if that even fucking matters. It didn't matter. You had crazy white CrossFitters, you had crazy bodybuilders, powerlifters, strong men, strong women. But that's if the world conducted itself like the gym does, it would be the greatest place because we're all equal. Again, like CT says, we're all equal under the bar. Because at the end of the day, if you can't bench 315, it's going to crush your fucking neck. So it's equality. Yeah. Strength is, but also look at this. No, like I get a lot of obese people, or a lot of women, and it's usually not the attractive ones. No offense. I don't go to the gym because people are judging me. No, people are looking because they're probably thinking, how can I help you?
Yeah.
Like every day, there's a guy yesterday struggling on bench press. I'm like, dude, I'm here if you need a spot. And then we ended up talking. Great guy. There's my daughter was looking at this girl the other day. Her form was off. And I'm like, if she needs help, just go over there and help her. So nope, they're looking at you because they probably want to help you. I remember the scene at Metroflex Long Beach when I'm there with Mike, this back before we owned a business together, or right before we owned a business together. And there was an obese woman pushing a sled and she was about to give up. The entire gym stopped training and cheered her on. Tell me, I got goosebumps. That's why I love what I do. That's why I don't need to own gyms. I do it because gyms to me are the great equalizer in America. Not only does it help unfat people, not only does it help build people's mentality and self-esteem and mental fortitude, but honestly, it's a place you can go for an hour to 90 minutes out of your day and realize that, what? Life is fucking good. That's why this whole home gyms are going to take over because it could fuck you. No. Now, somebody as crazy as you loves training at home. I like people, man. I go to my daughter and I, we have the same crew every day at 5:30 a.m. It's the same people. And then we're there for most of the morning and they're just good people, man. I was there for 7 hours a day. Same shit. Great people.
Now, don't get me wrong. We still have a gym membership. I just I'm so crazy. Like I like being able to talk to myself. Yeah. I like being able to talk to myself.
No, at Carbon, you can talk to yourself.
Yeah. I have the full on conversations and shit.
Okay, that's weird.
Yeah, the different voices and everything. So
we should train together, and you should talk to yourself just so people think you're talking to me.
Yeah, that'd be good. The next time we get together, though, I think this would be fabulous content. The next time we're actually live in person, we have to have somebody just randomly film.
I got a guy out here. His name's Nito, and he would love to do it. He's a great guy.
Yeah,
he's a great guy. I mean, we could definitely do that. It would be a lot of batteries.
Yes.
But putting it would be crazy. But let's see. I want to see if we have any questions, and we'll here we go. Us white people eat at Chick-fil-A, Olive Garden, and Costco chicken or pizza. That's kind of true. For the upper class white people, we eat at Cava, but we found a new spot, Alan, and it's called the Waffle House. I took my son to the Waffle House in Atlanta, and it was packed. And I'm like, Preston, this is our lucky day. We sat at the counter. We asked this older gentleman. There was a seat, not a seat. It's basically was staggered. I'm like, dude, can you move over so my son and I can sit here and eat? He's like, yeah, no problem, bro. Cool. So we sat down and you're watching him cook. This cook's like throwing things in the air. And now we spent all this money to go to Topgolf the next day. I'm like, hey, Preston, what was your favorite part of the trip? Waffle House. We went there 4 times.
That's
four
awesome.
times. And Waffle. So I got, and just so you could eat healthy anywhere, Waffle House, I got 12 egg whites and chicken breast, all for like $5.
Yeah.
It was amazing. It's inflation proof.
Yeah, Waffle House is inflation proof, and it's also the actual Florida weather predictor. Like, have I told you that?
No, they go through. If there's a nuclear bomb, they will be open.
Well, we don't freak out down here. Like people talk about hurricanes, we don't freak out until Waffle House closes. Like even with Ian, this is no shit. Ian wasn't supposed to hit us, right? It was supposed to hit like 2 hours. It was supposed to hit like 2.5 hours north, like Tampa. So we're just chilling, and like 4 hours before it's supposed to fucking like hit, we got a notice like, hey, it changed course. It's about to go right over Cape Coral. And I'm like, I'm still not even concerned, but I'm like, all right, let's call Waffle House. And I call and they're like, we're closed. I'm like, fuck. Like, because if Waffle House closes,
you really called Waffle House?
Yeah, I fucking really called Waffle House. Fuck yeah. Like it's not a joke. Like if Waffle House closes, you're in trouble. Like people, because they'll stay open. They have each one of them has a generator. Each one of them they'll stay the fuck open no matter what. But they closed. We were like, oh shit.
That's when you know shit got real.
Yeah, it's time to hunker down. Oh shit.
It's terrible. I'm just seeing what kind of questions we have here. If there's anything. Okay. It's about, we're back to periods. It's not even the pain. I don't get pain. It's just gross and messy. I like Sheeny Beanie. Yeah. Sheeny Beanie's awesome. Is that what's Phineas and Ferb? That's a great cartoon, by the way. I love it. They have a pet platypus. We actually talked about the platypus. You know that they lactate out of their armpits?
I did not know that. And
they're an egg-laying mammal. Yeah, I mean, we had a conversation with doctors about this at dinner last night. It was great. Yeah. It was great.
I'm like now my brain is like imagining the tits and the armpits and the fucking.
Oh yeah. So Jess is going to be at she's going to be here for Christmas. She'll be at Carbon. I'll see you there. I'm there pretty much a lot of times between like 6 a.m. and like noon a lot of times lately. So especially during a break, I'll be there a lot. It'll be a good time. I don't know. Let's see if there's anything that isn't going too far back. I think we're kind of here we go. Any chance the gym's Tiger Fitness Legacy at Carbon coming to New Jersey? Not a chance in hell. I recommend you go to Attila's Gym. So just give you a heads up. Legacy at Carbon, we will be expanding, but and this is years from now. We'll probably my daughter will probably open a location when she's in or out of college. But that'll probably be in the Charleston, South Carolina area. We're going to stay in the South. One is because fuck the taxes in New Jersey. 2, fuck the government in New Jersey. 3, it's fucking cold. So there's reasons I don't want to go to a communist state and give them my money. And we'll ship to you from Tiger Fitness, but I'm not putting any locations. Go to Attila's Gym. Ian Smith is one of the few who is real, stood up, avoided the lockdowns, and lost a ton of money himself, was fined millions of dollars for doing it, guys. So I'm never going to New Jersey. And give you another thing. Tiger Fitness Gym is a free gym. It loses money. I just do it because I love my community. And Iron Addicts Gym is a relic we kept because CT is God. And when we wanted to make sure that CT was able to keep his dream gym alive, and we were able to provide this place for the community to go. Just to let you know, Signal Hill it's not Brentwood. Let me put it that way. So it gives a place for the community to go, work out, hang out, a place for people to, do their thing and us to hold events and get content in. So there's absolutely no chance I'm opening a gym in New Jersey. Not a chance. I don't want to say you never know what the future holds. No, the future holds I'm staying in free states, and that would be South Carolina. So I think it would be, I think if I was to send my daughter anywhere to open up a gym later on, and this is years from now, it'd be Charleston.
Yeah.
And she's currently mentored. Oh, I fell in love with it when we went on our vacation there, and I'm like, all right. And also other parts of Tennessee. Tennessee's a big state. And as you know, when you open a business, you have to be there. It'd be much easier for me to put a remote location about 2 hours away versus putting a location 14 hours away in a shithole. And no offense to your shithole home, but New Jersey is a shithole. Texas, there's Destination Dallas. I'm not going to Texas with a business. My brother lives there.
Yeah.
And if my brother doesn't move to Nashville area, which I hope he does within the next 5 years, who knows where he's going? I would definitely explore doing something with my brother. And my brother is very talented and he is a coach. But again, that's so far out. And again, there's so many good gyms in Texas. You got Destination Dallas, you got all the Metroflexes. Like, dude, and Legacy is a youth training facility. So if my brother did open a location, it probably wouldn't be for you.
Yeah. And put one in CC. What do you mean by CC?
Culver City. Is it Culver City? Because that's where I grew up. There's a lot of CCs. What is CC? Cocoa Krispies? Dude, Cocoa Krispies are good. I used to love those as a kid. Like they're Rice Krispies, but with flavor.
Cape Coral? No, fuck no. No.
So Florida, again, has a lot of good gyms. Like Carbon filled a niche here. We needed a good gym in Franklin, and we filled the youth training niche. And again, I'm not the owner of Carbon. I'm the owner of Legacy at Carbon. So but again, Tiger Fitness Gym, and that's going to stay in Ohio. And again, those are passion projects. I can only afford, how do I put this, Alan? I can only afford to lose so much money on a passion project because I'm never going to make money on those gyms. Iron Addicts will always be a break-even gym at best. Tiger Fitness, I'm always going to lose at least $10K a month. Mm-hmm. It is what it is.
No, and as for the Cape Coral thing, like just so everybody understands, like I don't want to own a gym. Like, I don't want to own or operate.
He trains
a gym.
At home.
Yeah, I don't want to. Like, I got to be like my biggest thing is I really just want to I want to continue to write. I want to keep coaching, like doing my kind of coaching. Going to the gyms, people sleep on it. Everybody's always like, you should open a gym here. First of all, opening a gym is hundreds of thousands of dollars of equipment. $1 million.
I'd go. Yeah. You have $1 million startup minimum, and that's for a low end gym.
Yeah.
And again, I don't know how rich you guys think I am, but I can't just toss out $1 million.
Yeah. And the thing about that is like the insurance alone then depends on the location. Like I can imagine insurance for Cape Coral, especially with the clientele being a lot older, being fucking massively expensive to fucking operate. There's so many factors that come in. The real estate here is extremely expensive compared to like other places too. To get a decent gym, and a lot of the buildings are aged. You'd have to build.
Yeah, you'd have to reno. You'd have to reno. We had to. I mean, the millions of dollars we're renoing at Carbon in Franklin. Millions of dollars. Millions, plural. So Columbus, I have to give a shout out. So remember when the gyms in Ohio sued the governor and the state to be able to open up during COVID? That man's name is James McGuire. It's called the Warehouse Gym. The Warehouse Gym in Columbus, Ohio. We go there every Arnold Classic. He's a good friend of mine. I've known him for decades. So if you're in Columbus, go to Warehouse Gym. And James is one of us, if that makes sense. He's definitely one of us. But on that note, Alan, I'm sure you got family stuff to do. I'm going to go talk shit to the kids. You don't eat at Waffle House. Oh, we can't be friends.
I even eat at Waffle House. Jeez. Yeah, I got to get running too. Hey, everybody, I'll probably do, I might not do another live later, but I'm going to possibly pop on with just a video talking about the new book, Beyond Willpower. It's be up for sale. And I hope all you have a great fucking day. Yeah,
Alan, send me that link so I could pimp it out.
I absolutely will, sir.
Because if there's anybody I'm going to promote, it's you.
And by the way, guys, I shared the link for the 25% off sale on Tiger Fitness. That is an incredible fucking deal. I shared the link for you guys up above. Please make sure to go there. We saw a bunch of people already up here, Mark, that had already purchased a bunch of stuff from there. So outstanding.
That's awesome. And by the way, Kanye 2024.
Hell yeah. Goddamn.
Yes. All right.
Bye.
Peace.